Happy Tuesday.
Hey, it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting. I think it's Monday still.
Yeah, kind of feels like a Monday.
Yeah, it does, for sure.
Because I'm so tired. I could go back to sleep right now.
Oh, no. Let's not do that. Let's get through this.
I've already been up, did my makeup and everything. I'm still ready for bed.
Let's do it.
Yeah, well, today we have Kim Harless with us, and we're going to talk about some fun things the Farm Bureau is putting on.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got lots of things coming up in the next couple weeks.
Yes, I'm so excited to hear about some of these. I'm definitely taking my little sister.
Good.
Yes. So we will talk about these in just a minute after our break.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
Welcome back. How are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm cold.
It's a little cold out. Tomorrow, I think we're going to get a break in the weather just for a day, looks like.
That's good.
Might be in the 40s.
I didn't even wear a jacket today. So.
I always wear a jacket, but I end up taking it off in the car, so yeah.
Yeah, I never wear a jacket. I don't know. My fiance makes fun of me for it, but
Oh, well, where's he from?
he's from Minnesota.
Well, that's
so,
why.
Yeah.
Absolutely, that's why. Oh, goodness.
So what are some of the fun things you have coming up?
Well, the first thing we have is our Breakfast with Santa at the fairgrounds. This event has been ongoing for many years. Mm-hmm. It is open to the public. And what we do is we host it at the fairgrounds Sunday, December 14th from 9 a.m. to noon. My board members, my volunteers get together, and they are fixing the pancakes, the sausage, and then we have milk donated from United Dairy out of West Virginia. There is Mrs. Claus at the 4-H building, so that's where they'll start. They'll come in the fairgrounds, go to the 4-H building first, where during the fair, that's where all the booths and stuff are. So they'll start there. They'll come in and eat a hot breakfast, and they'll visit with Mrs. Claus and get pictures. And we're going to have the Grinch will be there. We have Frosty the Snowman, and we have lots of elves hanging around because this is also co-sponsored by Jerry's Do It Center. And then we have Jackson, Wellston, and Oak Hill FFA students who come and dress up like elves. So basically, they'll start there, and then they will, after they get done, and we'll have hot chocolate up there, compliments of Atomic Credit Union. They have a hot chocolate bar, and then they'll walk down to the show ring, the arena down where all the shows are during the fair, and they will have live animals there that they can pet. Mary and Tara Regal always bring their critters. They have cute little things that they bring, goats, rabbits, ducks. And then we have a steer, and then I think we have alpacas. Oh. And these are all volunteers that are coming together to put this community event on for the kids. So once they get done seeing the animals, they will go out and by the extension office there, the livestock building, and that's where they'll see Santa. And he'll have Frosty there and an elf helping him, and then they'll get a little treat from Santa at that time. So this is 100% the most favorite time of the year, and we get anywhere from 300 to 350 kids come every year. And like I said, we've been doing this for years. We even did it during COVID.
Yeah, I remember you guys doing this.
Yeah, we did a drive-through. We did a drive-through for COVID where they came, they saw animals, and then we handed them food in the car. So, and they actually won a national award for that one.
Oh,
because, you know, during COVID, so many things shut down.
Yeah.
And you couldn't be together. So we wore our masks, we fixed the pancakes and sausage, and we thankful for McDonald's for providing all the to-go packages and stuff. And we handed it in, and Santa posed at the door of the car with the kids. And it was a little different, but hey, we still held it.
Yeah, still bringing the holiday cheer.
Yes, bringing the holiday cheer.
Yes, that's amazing. So what's your favorite part about doing that?
Oh, I will just have to say the whole event is just,
it's pretty
I love
amazing.
it. We've grown so much with this
yeah.
event. We've changed it up a little bit, adding different things. And also, as I say this, we're going to have a new table down at the show ring. There'll be a coffee bar for the adults while they're waiting to see Santa, and Ohio Valley Bank is sponsoring it. So this is
awesome.
truly a community event.
Yeah.
I mean, we couldn't do it without them.
Yeah.
And, before we get done, I want to read the sponsors and thank them, because without their sponsorship, whether it's a monetary donation or an item that they're donating, we truly couldn't do this event.
Yeah.
So that's the most, I guess, part of the new part of it, which has come later, was the live animals. We usually have a longhorn there, but he's limping, so we can't have him this
Let him
year.
rest.
And, it's cold and we don't want to harm him permanently. So the animals down at the show ring gives the kids something to do prior to going up and seeing Santa. And we have a beautiful carriage that Mary Ball has always let us use. And it's white and it's got red velvet, and Joel Wood does our Santa, and he has this beautiful outfit that he wears, and it's just, I don't know, there isn't anything in particular, but the whole event is something that my whole board just loves doing it. So,
How could you not love it?
Seeing the faces, the kids' faces and the joy on their face, and the parents, it just makes it even more special.
Yeah. Like Jen has always said, like places like Jackson, they all come together for events like this. And because like I lived in Raleigh and Orlando, and you wouldn't see anything like this around there.
I think if you see it, it's like hit or miss, different places, and a lot of times it costs money. So we kind of were the first ones that did a breakfast that was free, and I'm glad that a lot of other of the associations and organizations are now doing it free also, because you don't want to charge kids to come and see Santa and eat a breakfast. So we started that many years ago and saying, and we do it on a Sunday. We don't want to interrupt anything else that's already currently scheduled. And there's so many things going on downtown this year, which is amazing.
Yeah.
It's almost hard to keep up with, but our downtown association has done an amazing job.
Yes.
And the local businesses just holding something in their own office almost every day for 12 days.
Yeah.
So that makes it even more special.
Yeah, and like around here, like sometimes that might be the only meal they get that day.
Absolutely. And, we tell them dress appropriately. We have people that come and they do their Christmas card. They dress in pajamas and get in the sleigh, or not the sleigh, but the carriage.
Yeah.
Then we have kids that are all bundled up in their snow attire, and, because it is going to be a little, last year it was rainy, and I think that kept some people away. But if you don't want to go, if you don't want to go see the animals, just go right through the show ring and go see Santa.
Yeah.
But at least, they start out in a warm area. They get to see Mrs. Claus and eat breakfast.
Yeah.
So.
I remember doing this when I was younger, going to see Santa.
You're making me feel old now, Liv. My goodness. Yeah, it's a great event. It's one of the things when we get together as a board in September, October to do our planning for the next year, which starts December, it's always first on the list. They always want to do this event. So such a great community effort, too. Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. And who doesn't love Christmas time?
That's right. And who doesn't love animals, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You get to pet animals for free, too.
Yeah. Now, we used to do a craft, and we've done several things. We've made ornaments. We've decorated cookies. We made reindeer food a couple years, but we had the problem with that because the kids wanted to take it down and feed the animals. So the reindeer food kind of went out. But this year, we're just really keeping it simple as far as come in and eat, see Mrs. Claus and all the elves, and then go down to the barn. And that's where you'll get just something from Santa down there.
Yeah.
So, because, a lot of times they're anxious to go down to the barn and see Santa anyway. So we're just we try to switch it up every year just a little so it's not exactly the same. But at the end of the day, they get to see Mrs. Claus and have breakfast with her. Yeah. And then they get to go down and see animals and have their picture taken with Santa. And we have a photographer that comes, and she'll post them on her website and her Facebook page free. So everything is 100% free, compliments of our community donors.
Yeah. Do you want to give them
Yeah.
some shout out?
Yeah, I will give them a shout out. I'm going to put my eyes on here real quick so I don't mess anything up. Okay, so this year, as I mentioned, Jerry's Do It Center, they were a big sponsor, so we just made them a co-sponsor with us. So our other community sponsors, and whether this is just letting us use the fairgrounds or a monetary donation, or maybe it's pancake mix or syrup, whatever, but Jackson County Senior Fair Board lets us hold the event there free.
Yeah.
And we thank them tremendously for that. United Dairy of West Virginia always provides the milk for us. Every year, they just never hesitate. They're always willing to do that. We coordinate with them. They drop it off at Piggly Wiggly in Wellston, and then we work it out with them to get it that morning. Joel Wood, Infinity Insurance Solutions. Of course, he's Santa.
Yeah.
Virgil Hamilton Insurance. Tina Steele McKee Photography, and she's our photographer that comes and takes all the pictures. Corbett R. Cottle Chipping. Jones Stevenson Insurance. McDonald's of Jackson, Wellston, Oak Hill, and MacArthur. They provide us the syrup and then also the to-go packages, the things that we get it ready and then just hand the kids the to-go package. Slox Automotive Services. Seward Folks Insurance. Mary Riggle and Tara Riley. Jackson and Vets Post 84. I mentioned Mary Ball. She provides the carriage for us. Oak Hill FFA, Jackson FFA, Wellston FFA. Joyce Jacobs is Mrs. Claus, and she's been doing this for years, and she's kind of new to our event. A couple years ago, she started helping us. The Jackson Elks Lodge. VFW Post 8402. Atomic Credit Union, who again is doing the hot chocolate bar up with Mrs. Claus. Ohio Valley Bank, who has the coffee bar down at the barn. Grundy Hills Farm brings the alpacas. Devin Kramer, Courtney Barnett. So they're from Vinton County, and they're bringing some animals also. I think ponies and horses.
Oh, nice.
So we'll have a variety of stuff there. But yes, those are our sponsors, and we thank them. Like I said, we couldn't do it without them.
Yeah.
100%. So
some of your sponsors was the FFA, and I know
Yes.
they have something going on too that you guys are helping with.
they do. We do so much with our local FFA groups. We couldn't do a lot of things we do without them. And it gives them community service hours too, which I think almost every school has to have now to graduate, so many. So we're doing on December 16th, so right after this event, the next week, we are doing gift wrapping for a donation. And that's been something we've been doing for probably 4 years now.
Yeah.
The community from 3:30 to 6:30 can bring their unwrapped packages, and they can bring it up to the FFA classroom, which is behind the school by the greenhouse. They bring their packages. They just have to write names on whatever they want to do. We provide the gift wrapping, the bows, the ribbons, everything, and we wrap for them for just a donation. And it's been a good little fundraiser for them to bring in a little bit of extra money. Even if you only have a couple things you need wrapped, let them wrap them for you. And it gives the kids community service hours again. And it also teaches them how to wrap presents, because you'd be amazed at the kids that haven't had to do that. So we teach them how to wrap, and by the time they're done, they're experts. But Pam Updike and Michael Clark help us with that. Like I said, if you want to bring your own gift wrap, like if you have something you want for each of your kids, a certain, I used to do that. I'd wrap my daughter Mariah's in one color and then Mary's in another, and I knew it was all theirs. But we even have name tags. But there's a little form they fill out when they come, drop their gifts, and then we call them when they're ready. So 3:30 to 6:30 at Jackson High School FFA room, which is in the back of the school where the greenhouse is. And we'll have signs up. So it's a partnership between Farm Bureau and our Jackson FFA.
That's really good for like people that are like older too. And
Oh, let me tell you, it's good for younger people
Oh,
too,
yeah.
because people with kids that don't want, sometimes you don't have time. When the kids go to bed, then you're tired and want to go to bed too. But we get all different
my mom
age
sends
groups.
them to me.
Yeah.
She sends all of the presents to me, to my house, and has me wrap them all.
Yeah.
Because they snoop.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you have your shopping done, and even if you don't, bring what you have. We'll help
Get
you
a head
out.
start.
get a good start on it, and then you might just have a couple things to wrap, or, we have boxes that we provide too. But anything that they have that they want specific things in, if they want it in a bag, we have bags and tissue paper. So we'll hook you up for sure.
Yeah. I was telling my fiance, I was like, well, you're going to have to wrap my presents. And he was like, I don't know how to wrap. I'm like, what do you, you're 24 years old. You don't know how to wrap a present.
Hasn't had to do it, evidently.
No, apparently not. I'm like,
yeah.
He just wanted to throw it in a bag. And like my family, we don't do bags. So you're not throwing it in a bag.
Yeah, no. We do some bags just because certain things people will bring and say, hey, just put it in a bag with tissue paper. But it's a good joint effort between our board members who come and help and the kids that are there. We feed them pizza, and it's just another play Christmas music, kind of another thing to get people in the mood and get them. It's a little cheerful little event that we do. We call them our FFA elves. So look at it on our Facebook page.
Yes.
We do have an event that we created just like we did for the Santa event. So go on and see the details. But again, 3:30 to 6:30 at the Jackson High School FFA room, which is in the back of the school by the greenhouse. Bring them, drop them. We'll label them, and then we'll wrap them and call you when they're ready, and just for a donation.
Yeah.
Can't beat that. We thought of this because actually I would go to you used to go to malls.
Yeah.
And they'd have churches that did free gift wrapping. So you go buy your stuff and just take it there. And my son-in-law was actually one that said, why don't you guys do that? And I said, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Utilize our kids and our Farm Bureau volunteers and just make it a fun event.
Yeah.
So
I remember doing that, like at the mall. You take it there, go shop more while you wait on them.
yeah. And the thing of it is I don't know the last time I've been in a mall. I really don't. I mean, I'll run into a store, but to go to a mall and go shopping is just, I haven't done it for years. I do a lot of online shopping.
I went to the Mall of America on Black Friday, so.
Oh, well, yeah, that would be nice. I bet it was huge.
Yeah, I just went for a concert, but.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. It would be a little overwhelming, probably. I mean, that's like several stories, isn't it?
Yeah, my fiance was with me, and he's used to it, so I was okay, because he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
I had no idea
It's a
what
little
I was
overwhelming, I think,
doing. Yeah.
But, yeah, it's just one of those, I think when COVID hit, people started doing things a lot differently, including us with events. And when you do something that you enjoy and that you see the faces of the kids enjoying it, then we definitely want to keep doing it. So
Yeah, for sure. These are great events. Do you want to put that flyer up one more time?
yeah. So I'm trying to see if there's anything we missed. We take lots of pictures. I put them up on our Facebook page. People can take them free. I can't be up there, at the, I do a lot of Mrs. Claus, and then I'll go down and do some Santa ones, but Tina does more down at the barn with Santa. So, and people are welcome to use their own phones and to make their own memories on their phones and pictures. So, but yeah, again, it's free, free to the community. Come anywhere between 9 and noon, and we will feed you, and you will have hot cocoa, see animals, see Mrs. Claus on the Grinch and Frosty, elves, and then go down and see animals, live animals at the barn area, and just enjoy yourself. It's a really good, we do it before church, so people can come, at 9.
So people can come anytime between 9
Anytime
and noon,
between 9 and noon, we will be making pancakes that whole time, and sausage, So it's just a very fun event, and my board just loved doing it.
Oh, yeah.
So
And how could you not love it?
exactly. So, but again, if it weren't for our sponsors, I mean, we would do it anyway, but this makes it so much nicer that we can buy new stuff every year and we have inflatables up and just we decorate the 4-H building and make it more merry for everybody. And we go up Saturday and set up, so it's not just a 3-hour event. We load up at 9 o'clock Saturday morning, and we actually are coming back from an event in Columbus. So we have our annual meeting in Columbus on Thursday, Friday. And then Saturday we load up and unload everything from the upstairs of my office and take it to the fairgrounds, set up the barn area. And then Sunday morning we get there at 7 because there's always an event in the 4-H building the night before our event. So we can't set that part up yet.
Yeah.
So we have to get there early the next morning so we can get everything. We get it in place. We know about where everything goes now.
Yeah.
So we just do what we have to do.
Yeah.
You know, it makes for 4 long days for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's another thing. We'll be heading to Columbus. All my counties will be in Columbus on Thursday and Friday at the Ohio Farm Bureau annual meeting.
Yeah.
And that's where we have a local county annual meeting and we create policy and vote on our delegates and vote on board trustees at our local level. And then we head to Columbus on Thursday and Friday, and we try to adopt those policies at the state level.
Yeah.
And then in January, I have volunteers and myself that will be going to Anaheim, California for the American Farm Bureau annual meeting.
Awesome.
So Farm Bureau is definitely a grassroots organization, and we do policy, we advocate for our members, and the whole process is grassroots. Starts at the local level, goes to the state, and then we end up at the national level. And that moves around every year. I mean, we've taken our volunteers to California. They've earned their way, you know, either by winning a national award or I have Murray Lincolns who signed 50 new members.
Yeah.
And so they head to all the different locations. We've been to Puerto Rico as a group. So they're like my extended family.
Yeah.
And my travel buddies. There's usually 8 or 9 of it that go each year. So been to some pretty nice places just to advocate for Farm Bureau.
Yeah.
So it's a big organization, membership-based organization, and we do what we do because of our members. That's how we keep
That's
the
for
doors
sure.
open.
Yeah.
So, and it's events like this that we can do because of our members in the community.
Yeah, you have some amazing members.
We do, for sure. And my volunteers are amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're always up for my crazy ideas, too.
Well, while you're here, you can put on another hat and talk
Okay.
about another meeting you have tonight.
Oh, yeah. We have a school board meeting tonight. That one's going to be an interesting meeting. We have a lot of things that's going to be happening in the next few months.
Yeah.
I highly encourage people to, you know, read about all the things that we're working toward. We are going to be on a levy, but I really encourage people to understand the facts and understand the funding issue that we have.
Yeah.
It's not a spending issue, it's a funding issue. You know, we got cut quite a bit, millions of dollars by our legislators and our governor. And public education it's going to struggle for a little bit, but we hope that our community will pull together like they always do
Yeah.
for our kids. And, you know, all I can really say about it is I want you to educate yourself on the topic and then make your own sound decision and try to go in with an open mind. You know, you hear and see a lot of things on Facebook that's not accurate.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to watch and to read as a school board member because we know the facts.
Yeah.
But sometimes people just like to, I call them keyboard warriors. You know, they hear something and then they just go at it. And then there's a lot of negative comments that follow it when it's very hard to not get on there and just put the facts. But as a board member, we are not encouraged to do that.
Yeah.
You know, I say this to my daughters whenever it's any election, educate yourself.
Yeah.
Learn the facts. Don't just assume anything.
Yeah.
Get to know the people that are running. And, you know, in our situation, I look at it like it's for our kids. It's our future of our kids. And that's what we have to put in mind. Yes, I know it's another tax levy, but if we don't have it, there's going to be extreme cuts. And it's not only going to hurt our teachers, our staff, our kids, but our whole district.
Yeah.
And sadly, in the next few years, we're not the only ones that's going to be in this boat.
Yeah.
There's several that's already close. But I'm hoping and praying that in the next 2 years after this biennium, that our legislators will see things a little differently and help public education a little more.
Yeah, definitely educate yourself. Like, that's a big thing. My mom
Yeah.
always preached to me, like, with any election.
Yes, absolutely. Do your
just-
homework.
Yeah, vote for what you think's best
Yeah.
for not just you, but the community and
Yeah.
the, like, eventually, like, the world, like, well, the United States.
Yeah.
I guess,
I mean,
but-
there's a lot of states now that are already facing what we are.
Yep.
Columbus City Schools has been hit very hard. It's one of the largest districts, and it's making $50 million worth of cuts. And that's a lot. I mean, of course, it's over several different districts, but still, we love our school, we love our district, we love our teachers, and we don't want it to change.
Yeah.
The opportunities that we give our kids, there are so many things that we provide. Esports, bowling, things that we didn't have maybe when you were in school even. Did you have bowling back then maybe?
Yeah, it started my my junior year,
I thought so.
but yeah.
But years before that, when my kids were in school, they didn't have it. So anything that we can grow and provide opportunity for our kids, because not everybody is a round ball sports person, there's so many different things they can do to participate. Band, we have the best band around. I say that with all my heart. I really feel like we do. We have, and our teachers and staff are amazing. They were just so each year we have what we call Capital Conference, and it's through a high school board association. And this year we had 2 of our programs up in Columbus representing Jackson City School District. We had our esports team, and then we had another computer team, media team from the junior high. Yes. And to get select, it's not you just get a go. You have to turn in an application and then be selected. And there's only so many that they select in the whole state of Ohio, and we had 2 there this year. So that tells you we're doing something pretty darn good.
And all of our clubs and sports, they're free for the most part, like at least to join.
Yes, absolutely.
You don't have that a lot.
No, you don't. So just be supportive of our kids is all I'm going to say. We have so many kids that go to Ivy League schools.
Oh, yeah.
And they couldn't do it without Jackson City School. They couldn't be where they're at now.
We have some of the best teachers.
We do. 100%.
Because I've talked to, like, my friends that I've got outside of Jackson, and, like, they were like, no, I learned none of this in high school. I'm like, you didn't learn this in high school? What do you mean?
Right. So, yep, it's more information to come. I just want everybody to be open-minded and just really educate yourself on this. And, the biggest thing we hear is, well, they just built a concession stand at the middle school.
But you didn't pay for that.
But we put so much money in, and that comes from our improvement fund.
Yeah.
There's only certain things you can use that money for, and that's improvements. And we did put money in, but the rest came from the Jackson Sideliners and donations that were sent to them from the community, as well as time that was given by, all the different people that built it. It wasn't just Old Jackson High School or Jackson School District paid this money. We have to use our improvement funds for improvements, and that was definitely needed. Those kids didn't have restrooms down there. They had porta potties. So Brian Moore Construction spearheaded this. He got other local businesses that would donate time, whether it be for the floor, for the brick, for whatever. But and then Jackson Sideliners was amazing in seeking donations. And if you go down there and you look at that building, there's a big sign on the side of it now as you come in the gate, and it lists probably some of the people didn't want to be listed because it's just they do it from their heart and not to be seen. But there's a lot of names on there that made this possible. So it wasn't from school funds that we would have taken and done salaries or anything else with. No. It was strictly for improvements.
Because the state gives you the budget, right, with everything, and you can't move money from one place to the other.
Right. I mean, if it's a improvement fund, that's what you have to use it for strictly improvements on the buildings and anything else that we do.
Some people don't get that.
A lot of people don't understand how it works. I'll be honest, I didn't until I became a board member because it's complex. And then you get the state funding part, the local, the state, and the the federal, that's even more sticky.
Yeah.
So, it's just, we'll have some open meetings, and we would love for people to come in and just listen and ask questions. And we're very transparent. All of our school board meetings are open to the public.
Yep.
And there is a process that if you want to talk, it's called public participation. You do have to sign up, I think, the week before to get on the agenda. But other than that, even just coming and listening, Mr. Howard and Ms. McGinnis, they do a great job making it very easy to understand. Our financials are always open to the public. Everything we do is public information. So we are not hiding anything. There is nothing to hide. We're being very transparent about all this. But we also know that we cannot keep going the way we're going.
Yeah.
Because in a matter of 2 to 3 years, if we don't get a levy, it will be worse.
Yeah.
So you have to be ahead of it and be proactive with it.
Yes, and I think you guys have been really due
Diligent, yeah. We have.
With
I mean, it's something we've been talking about we've seen it, but then this last budget that came from the state was detrimental.
Yeah, we had Mr.
huge.
Howard in to talk about
Yes.
that. So,
Well, he probably talks in his sleep about it now, I'm
Yeah.
sure, as does Teresa. And every time I listen to him, I've learned something new. So it is hard to understand. And I know the first thing people want to do is jump to you're spending too much money. Well, we're not spending too much money. We just aren't receiving enough money now.
yeah.
It's like any other household. Like if you have a certain amount of income that you're used to, and then all of a sudden your boss says, we're going to cut you in half. What do?
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to adapt and you have to make changes.
Yep.
And we want the best district around for our kids. So we're going to fight hard to keep everything that we have and not have to make major cuts.
Yeah.
But a lot of it will depend on, how people learn about the levy and educate themselves.
Yeah.
So, but thank you for bringing that up. I always don't want to start it, but I definitely don't mind talking about it. Again, we got to be transparent with this and just get everybody educated on it, and then they can make their own sound decisions on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then this weekend, don't forget about these amazing events. And then I think Tuesday is the 16th, right?
Yes,
When
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's when the wrapping paper is up at the high school.
Yes. Yeah.
Just make sure
Again,
to-
everything's free.
Yep.
We love the word free.
Yeah.
And because of our great sponsors that we have, they make it possible to be free. And the wrapping is just a donation, whatever you feel in your heart you want to give to the kids. So, yep.
Well, thank you so much for being here
Thank
today.
you. I appreciate it. You guys are always helping us promote and
course.
get everything out there that we're doing, and I appreciate that so
Yeah,
much.
we love having you guys on here.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. And we're going to show do we have another break or do we want another break? Okay, we're going to go to a break. So we'll be right back.
From breaking news to heartwarming stories, the Telegram is your ticket to the latest buzz in town.
Read your daily dose of local headlines, sports, and entertainment and more in hand and on paper.
Get a print and digital subscription for only $7.95 per month. Delivered fresh every Wednesday and Saturday.
Visit thetelegramnews.com or call 740-286-3023 today.
Don't just read the news, be a part of it.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Main Street TV. And we are joined by a new friend. This is Eamon, the Mushroom Man.
Works for me.
And he's going to share with us all about what he's doing and about mushrooms and everything. And it's absolutely fascinating. So I am very excited to learn. So welcome, Eamon.
Thank you very much for having me today. I'm going to go ahead and this is me. Yep, that's me. I'll have a couple of friends watching this making fun of me, no doubt. But, okay, so where do you want to begin?
Well, how did you get started in mushrooms?
Well, okay, so I do like mushrooms. I like mushrooms a lot. I did try to make like a thing when I was going over to jungle gyms to try to get all of them that I could. And I found out that a lot of them grew around here.
Okay.
So found them, and I liked them. And then what really sank it for me, if I'm going to be very honest with you, what really sank it for me was I was with my little girl up in Columbus at a farmer's market, and I saw oyster mushrooms for $25 a pound.
The mushrooms can be crazy expensive.
And I was like, wow, I knew what was involved. So I was like, if that's you can make a lot of mistakes and make money off of 1 pound of that. That's what clicked it. And then here I am about 20 months later.
So that's actually really interesting. That's actually pretty interesting. But yeah, mushrooms, that's big money. And I'm the kind of person, like, I like going to jungle gyms and buying everything. Like, I did it with apples at one point. We went and we bought every variety of apple that was for sale at that point, and we cut them up and we did a family taste test to determine what apple was the family favorite and what the differences were. So I totally get the let me try all of the different things. So so how long have you been doing it?
Well, so I count from the time that I began trying to learn about it.
Okay.
So it's been 20 months.
Oh,
and
wow.
I've been, there's plenty of mistakes been made. Nothing that would, affect anybody other than myself losing money and feeling stupid. But I've had to teach myself,
Okay.
because there's not really a way to do this in a non-professional atmosphere. That's why they had the old mushroom plant here in town.
There was a mushroom plant?
Yeah,
I'm
25 years ago.
relatively new to Jackson, so
Oh.
I did not know that there was a mushroom plant.
Yeah, when I was a young man, there was a place out there for many years. They grew button mushrooms and
Okay.
stuff like that for many years. Yeah, it was a professional setup, and that's what you really need. So I've had to, make my own micro setup for these.
So do you grow your own, like, in a garden type of setting, or do you go out foraging, or do you do both?
Well, I've been out foraging a lot. I never look for morels. I'll never get that lucky. But I find all kinds of other stuff around here. Now, as far as these are actually grown in my kitchen.
Oh, okay.
I have a professional setup. I've got an ultrasonic thing. I got a whole lot of stuff in there.
Okay.
And these are grown in my kitchen, and that's how I'm able to keep a very close eye on them, and everything to make sure that I pick them when they're at about peak, and all that. So
So how many different varieties of mushrooms do you grow in your kitchen?
well, what I do right now is I'm actually in the middle of doing some changing. The next generation will all be lion's mane. That's what this is.
Okay.
Okay, because whenever that post that you saw or your husband saw,
Yep.
excuse me, they got a lot of attraction to my page, and like I said, I got 2 eyeballs. I can see that there's a lot of interest in this. So I've got about 30 bags coming right now. 30 bags about this size.
Wow.
And that's dozens of pounds if things go my way. And if people are as interested as it seems, I could be just selling that from now on.
So a lion's mane mushroom, what type of flavor profile and texture does it have? I've never heard of a lion's mane.
Well, okay, so the flavor profile, it varies, or it depends on how it's grown, the temperatures, what's in it, stuff like that changes the notes. But it has if you fry it in butter with a little bit of garlic, it seems like beefsteak.
Okay.
And then if not that, then there's like a slightly kind of, I say spicy, I don't mean hot, but like spice.
Okay.
Like almost like a spicy, kind of almost slightly woody barbecue.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how else
Yeah.
to explain it.
Yeah.
But there's a huge amount of variation that can happen. You can look that up on the internet. That's not just me talking.
Adrian, can you see if you can find a picture of a lion's mane mushroom?
They look
'Cause
like
I wanna see what
something
it looks
from
like.
Alien. I will tell you that right now. You'll look at it, you'll be like, you're telling me that I'm going to eat that? Yeah, it's
Are they
great.
like kind of the frilly looking ones?
Yeah,
or?
they're the ones that have the big fronds almost that
Oh,
come
wow.
down. Yeah.
Yeah, mushrooms are, there's so many varieties and that are out there, and they're all unique and they're beautiful for the most part. Some of them are just, not your general button mushroom, but the varieties that are out there, they're absolutely beautiful, the ones that grow in nature. So
They
I
can be,
have friends that go hunting for morels. That's like what they enjoy doing, and I don't think they found any this year. I'm not sure they found any this year, but yeah, they were like, we're gonna go morel hunting, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. Yeah, they love it. And that's the thing. That's the only one around here that people really know about. And people are rightfully cautious about eating something out of a thicket
yeah.
of woods. They assume a lot of them are probably poisonous, and but there's many of them around here that are very edible and very very good and very good for you, like the lion's mane. let me go ahead and dip into this.
Sure.
The reason why I can tell you the reason why a lot of people want this, okay, is because right now it is popular in the supplement space, and what they have these a couple of components, and one of them is erinacins that this thing will produce once it produces a fruit. And inside the mushroom, and it is supposed to have in vitro, in other words, kind of like almost like in a science agar plate type deal. In vitro on animal and human brains, it makes the dendrites come out longer. It makes them grow longer. So it is thought that might potentially help out with aging related, kind of just getting a little bit forgetful, and maybe other things as well. And people are using it for all kinds of stuff, Parkinson's and everything, just trying everything, with it. I can't vouch for any of that, but I do know that whenever I eat it, I do eat a pretty good bit of this. That's how I make sure it's safe. I put myself on the line first. So I eat a lot of this stuff when we get a big bloom of it, and I do. It's not like coffee because there's no like nervous system stimulation, but I do think that after a couple hours later, I feel more focused for a while.
Okay.
So that's the big deal with it right now. And I think that's why I got the attention. And just to get this out of the way so that I can just forget about this entirely.
Oh, there you go. There's a lion's mane.
All right, and those are the 2 bags.
Okay, now we can't see you.
Yeah,
there you go.
that's all right. You're not missing anything, I promise. Okay, so this one, of course, right here is hasn't been inoculated yet. It's just waiting for inoculation. This one is done, and this is what it looks like. Now this part down here is it's a little wet, so it's going to take a couple extra days to get it all the way done. But this is what it looks like, and so that's why if I get any kind of weird colors or anything on it, it's very obvious.
So does it grow inside the bag, or once it gets to a certain stage,
Well, there's all kinds of ways you can do it.
Okay.
I have had it go off. Why I didn't grow it previously for a long time is because it would go off in the bag, and it would frustrate me because, it would grow in such a way that it would end up killing the bag.
Okay.
Killing it off entirely. But I've had a lot of success with it so far, and I'm about to make the big leap into that. Now, my original plan, what I'm going to stick with as well, is the oyster mushrooms.
Okay.
There's like 13 varieties that grow commonly, in farm settings. All right. So I'm going to alternate every generation will be a different one.
Wow.
So that you can come back and get for probably a year or more, you'll be able to come back and get something different every time I've got something.
Impressive.
Yeah. So that's how I'm going to try to keep you coming back in.
Oyster mushrooms I have had.
Oh.
I have had oyster mushrooms in dining situations. I just never heard of lion's mane, and it's a beautiful plant. It looked like almost like hair, like tendrils, icicles kind of thing, like little things. Yeah.
Yep.
No, very cool. It's always fun to hear somebody who takes something that you just kind of like and just bloom with it, for lack of a better word. Just run with it and make it your passion project. So
yeah. Well, I'll tell you what,
fun.
The only reason I can do this, I think this is part of the reason why I'm here today. The only reason I can do this is because of the circumstances here in Jackson, Ohio.
Okay.
I could not do this nearly as easily, as cheaply, as profitably whenever I get everything going here in a more professional fashion. Unless I was from around here, thanks to all the products of the byproducts of woodworking and everything else like that involved here. So, this is, it would be very difficult for me to do this around in Cleveland or a lot of places that don't work with a lot of wood. And that's why I said in the post, if this matters, everything but just the mushroom itself that I use to start all this off, everything is sourced right here in Jackson, and literally the wood in this is from the soil of Jackson. So, it's all right here. I do business in here. The money doesn't leave. The only time I go up to Columbus every once in a while maybe and make some money off of them, but everything is staying right here.
Impressive. Impressive. So, as you're going, are you selling at like farmers markets, or how can people get in touch with you once you're?
Well, first thing is Moonville Mushrooms on Facebook. That's the easiest way to keep in contact with me. Whenever I get flourishes, I do tend to put it up there, and then you just contact me through the page.
Okay.
And we can arrange some kind of meeting. and everything in a nice public, well-lit area, and everything. And I might even bring it to you, depending if you're here in the town. It just depends. But yeah, I'm a high touch, service here. So I do what I can to make the sale.
Well, good customer service means people come back to you. So
Absolutely.
So we'll put the link in the comments to Moonville Mushrooms so that you can reach out to him and follow his page so you can find out when he's got mushrooms available and what's going on with his business. Pretty exciting. Is there anything else you want to share with us about mushrooms?
Well, just go like my page and stay informed, because here within the next few weeks I'm going to have a lot of this, and it will go quick.
Okay, I have another question. I just saw something. So what is your favorite mushroom? Not to grow, but like your favorite mushroom, like.
Period. Yeah,
Yes.
well, it's lion's mane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't because I just can't justify the cost of going out and getting steak very often. Whenever I get some and it tastes just like beef steak fat, it's really nice.
There
Straight
you go.
up.
There you go. So good. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Once again, Moonville Mushrooms. We'll put the link in the comments. Reach out to him. Learn more about lion's mane and other mushrooms. It's absolutely fascinating. The whole growth process of mushrooms and the ability of people locally, especially to forage different kinds of mushrooms and learn about them, because you definitely want to learn about them. So I know that if you get a morel versus a fake morel, one can make you sick, the other's not going to make you sick. So make sure you know what you're doing, and make sure you know what you're doing. Go out with somebody maybe who's already done it before.
Facebook groups. If you're going to do that, I'm not going to lose any money on you or anything. If you're going to do something like that, go on Facebook groups. There's a lot of these identification groups on Facebook, and they'll, if you get 3 or 4 opinions, it's going to be what they say.
There you go. But that's absolutely fascinating, because most people only encounter button mushrooms, maybe portobellas in the market. I mean, that's pretty much all you generally find, unless you go up to a specialty market like Jungle Gyms or one of the ethnic markets in one of the larger cities. But yeah, I remember growing up, mushrooms came in a can, and I was fascinated the first time we had fresh mushrooms. And the idea that we ate mushrooms out of a can, now I'm like, even like thinking about it, like the mushrooms that came from the can, I'm like, ew, how did we ever eat those? I'm like, what was wrong with us in the 70s? But yeah, that transition of moving to buttons. And I remember when portobellas first became readily available in the market, and what a big deal that was. And so it's neat to see that there's yet another option available, especially locally, where it might be kind of difficult to get kind of those specialty type of things here in Jackson. You able to get this without having to go up to Cincinnati or Cleveland or Columbus. You can get it locally, so it's pretty cool. I cannot wait to try them. I am absolutely fascinated by the fact that it will taste like steak. So
well, it could. I'll tell you what.
Or might taste like cake.
Let me. I'll tell you what. I'll put it out here. Get some more free advertising if I possibly can. Whenever I get this stuff starts popping, I can come back in with like maybe a hot plate or something. Fry some up. You can try it out on there.
100%. You are welcome back anytime. I would love to see the actual mushroom. See the actual mushroom. But to taste it too. I mean, how cool would that be? So.
Absolutely. I'll cook it just like I cook it for myself.
Awesome. I'm like so excited.
Right.
So once again, Eamon, the mushroom man from Moonville Mushrooms, and follow him on Facebook, because once again, it's a local company to shop local, shop small, and keep our money here in Jackson County.
That's
so.
Right.
How exciting. And he uses like local resources too. I mean,
absolutely. It's
so
all
awesome.
Right here in Jackson. This is a Jackson that gets, other than the name, which is Vinton County.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well.
But that's okay, because we like Vinton County too. So thank you for joining us. We look forward to having you back in the studio. At least I do.
Oh, yeah.
And we will see you in just a minute for the news. So
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
Welcome back, and we have Jeremiah here with us.
Hey, how we doing? So over the weekend, it was all things Christmas.
Yeah.
And I did my part and covered a couple different community gatherings. I was in Colton on Friday, and we're going to start with that. This is something that they've been doing. This is the 11th year that they've done this. Family members of Lean Humphreys gathered on the Village Green in Colton to kick off the holidays by lighting her memorial tree. And here are the family members that showed up this year. I do have their names here. So pictured with the memorial tree are family members from the left. That is Lisa Leach. She was a granddaughter of the late Humphreys. And then you have Connie Howard, who was also a granddaughter. And I got to look here because I didn't fix this on the cut. I need to fix this to make sure it's right in the paper too. Next would be, that's Gatlin Bakeys, the little guy there. And then that he's a great grandson. And then you have Lena Bakeys, who was a granddaughter. Shirley Gillen, who's a niece. Wade Humphreys, who's a grandson. And then Faye Humphreys, a daughter-in-law. So they all showed up to remember Lena. And this was something that they have been doing since, I think it was 2015 is when they did the first one. That year, Gina Humphreys Nichols, who is the daughter of Lena, contacted the village and said, hey, I'd like to sponsor and donate a tree in memory of my mom. They're like, okay, we'll plant it on the Village Green. Yeah. So they planted it, and I mean, it was probably 6-7 foot tree, and now and here you can see some family members adding some ornaments to it this year. But I have another picture where you can see how big this tree has gotten over the long years. Look how like it's as tall as the building, like the village building there. But like it used to be, it was tall as the gentleman standing there. That is Mark Miller. He is the mayor of Colton now. He was elected during the general election this year. And there with him, that is former Colton mayor, and she was also on council as well. That is Kim Milliken, and she was just kind of helping Mark out because it's his first year participating, taking over and everything. So she kind of spoke about Miss Humphreys and helped with the lighting. But Mark lit the tree up this year, and it's got these real pretty blue lights on it this year. But they also, something new that they added this year in addition to the tree, Mr. Miller, who's the mayor, wanted to remember residents of the village that have passed away in 2025. And he wanted to do that by lighting candles. He wasn't able to do that at the event, but he told me that the candles were coming through the mail. I think they're like not like you light candles, but like a digital type candle. And he said they were coming through the mail, and they have plans to put them in the windowsill there at the village building. And but they did read a list of names that they compiled from those that have passed away, and we'll read those real quick here. Butch Anderson, he was a former Colton police chief. Frida Baisden, Richard Dick Campbell. Richard, he served in the United States Army. And you had Kathy Cockernauer, Ron Gillen, Glenn Pete Litton. He was a former Cole Township trustee. Mike Whaley, he was a former councilman there in the village. Elton Lambert, Kathy Miller, Jim Ramey, Betty Ramey, Brett Schultz. Mr. Schultz was also a former councilman. Margaret Shook, she served on the fire department, and I believe her obituary said she was like the first female firefighter there in Colton. I remember that. and Kenneth Kenny Storms Jr. and Fred Wilson, sorry, all passed away this year. They read on the list, so that was a nice little tribute that they did for those residents. But you can stop by and check that out. And they did remind folks that that Santa Claus will be coming to the village on Tuesday, December 16th at 5 p.m. That's the Wilson Lions Club Santa Float. Will be making its round there in the village. They'll stop at the Colton Community Building first, and then they'll venture through the village to visit all the little boys and girls. So be sure to watch for that on the 16th. And they usually have some kind of escort with the fire department usually. So now in Jackson, I'm going to try to get as much of this as I can. If I don't get through all of it, maybe Pete can talk a little more about it tomorrow, because I know we're getting close on time. But just want to talk about the Jackson. I wrote a long story. It's probably 1,500 words about the Jackson County Gear Grinders. They really stepped up their Christmas game this year. Okay, one of the first things they did was this year they gave the parade a name. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's always just been known as like the Jackson Christmas Parade. Yeah. This year it was called the Holly Jolly Christmas Parade. And, as the parade has continued to grow, and here's a shot I got from downtown where you can see the Wilson Lions Club float there bringing up the rear. We shot the video from downtown this year because I had to go down to the staging area to track down these people that we're getting ready to talk about. They established a grand marshal for the parade this year since the parade has continued to grow. And Barbie McCatherine, we have a picture of her. This is her down at the park addressing people prior to the lighting. We should have another one with Tom Long and Barbie down in the staging area where she got her sash and everything. I don't know if I think I tried to name them all. Let me see here. It was Jackson County. It was JCG Grand Marshal. No, didn't get that one? Okay. Well, there was another one that we will have. It's going to be on our front page for tomorrow. Yeah. And it's Tom Long, who's the president of the Jackson County Gear Grinders, along with Jackson resident Barbie McCatherine. And she was this year's Holly Jolly Christmas Parade Grand Marshal. And I'll go ahead and put that one you just had up there, Adrian. That we'll talk about them next. So there were so many suggestions for Grand Marshal this year. Out of that came a new dedication and float called the Community Difference Makers. And here we have a group of 9 individuals that were recognized as Community Difference Makers. And I have their names here. From the left in the front there, that is Charlie Patton, Pam Evans, Laura Willis, Kayla Kincaid. And then there on the end, you can see Jackson County Gear Grinder President Tom Long. In the back of the truck there, you have Jenny Ball, Kelsey Stewart, Kaylee Lower, and Christy Hill. And they were all honored as community difference makers. And they all have done different things in the community. And we have kind of short little things about why they were honored and selected for those honors. Another picture we should have, some royalty. You have a picture of some royalty. So this was new this year too. This is your inaugural 2025 Hot Rod Holiday Royalty. You may think Hot Rod. Why are they a Hot Rod royalty? Well, the Jackson County Gear Grinders, they are a automotive club. Yeah. So they went with Hot Rod Holiday Royalty. Kind of comes off the tongue there. But this is your first little group of royalty this year. From the left there, the little fella, that's Little Mister Riker Reynolds. And he also won another title or award. It was called Holiday Heart 2025. I will say before they announced him as the winner, he was like down there dancing to the Christmas music and just getting into it, man. He really had as I said here, the holiday heart. Next to him there, that in the center, that is Little Miss Aubrey Rose, and she also won the title of People's Choice. And then in the green there, that is your Hot Rod Holiday Princess, Emma Brandoff. And standing behind there, that is Jackson County Gear Grinder President Tom Long, along with Hot Rod Holiday Pageant Head Coordinator, that is Kayla Kincaid, who was also one of the community difference makers. So she's got her hands in a little bit of everything there. So that's a little bit about some of the stuff that the gear grinders did there. And they just had just so many things. I didn't have a picture of this, but I'd like to mention they did do a new award this year for the parade. It was a parade award, and it was called the Hot Rod Holiday Award, and it was given out to the unit in the parade that was like the most festive. And the first ever recipient of that award was Davis Construction. And I don't have a picture of them, but they had 2 trucks back to back in the parade that they had looked like somehow secured Christmas lights all over the truck. And that was something to see as it come through the parade. But I think I covered all the things on the gear grinders here. We still have some other pictures, but I know we're running out of time here. So maybe I'll save those for Pete so that he's got something extra to talk about along with the stuff from Wellston that happened on Saturday, because the Wellston Lions Club had their parade as well. So the rest of the pictures there we'll leave those for Pete to get into tomorrow. So.
Well, thank you for coming on, Jeremiah.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
And tomorrow we'll have Jen back, and we'll see you guys all tomorrow.
Very good.